tells us that one of the problems with those pesky crime shows that glut the broadcast spectrum is how they give viewers the false impression that complex crimes can be solved in an hour.
So what's going on here?
Oh, please step back. We're investigating a crime scene.
Oh, it's okay. I'm Wendell Steinhauer, the host of Classroom Close-Up.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
So we figured we'd try it. But the students at Bartle Elementary School in Highland Park were onto us pretty quickly. Turns out they got the wrong guy. Let's back up.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning! My name's John Satchow. I'm a detective with the Highland Park Police Department. I have here with me investigator Jim Knapp. He is a real-life CSI investigator.
The way this program evolved was I have a background in criminal science. My undergraduate degree is in criminal science, and members of my family are in the law enforcement field, so it's near and dear to me. A lot of students watch CSI and they watch these programs, and I want them to know that they are doing a lot of the skills now through the scientific method and math. They're using all their school skills, so I wanted to make that connection for them.
One day, Rachel came across the hall to me and said she had a great idea for a new science project. In this classroom, you will be and we came up with the idea to do a forensic science unit. Different forensic centers. So in Station 1, you'll be being fingerprinted. In Station 2, you'll be lifting fingerprints off coffee mugs. At Station 3, you'll be analyzing hair samples. At Station 4, you will be learning about handwriting analysis. And Station 5, you'll be reading about different crimes and trying to solve them.
Into the distance.
So how this works is we broke the classes up into two groups. Half the kids went to the crime scene and half the kids rotated around forensic science centers.
You have very, very good identifiable prints. I would not commit any crimes if I was you.
I would never do that.
At this center, you have 5 hair samples to look at. 4 of them were collected from suspects, and this one was found at the crime scene. Hopefully, by the end of this center, you can match one of the suspects with the hair sample from the crime scene.
Take me through this. What do I do here?
Wait, you put your thumb here.
Thumb here, okay.
And you're gonna
Roll it.
and then you're gonna put it here.
Right here on the edge,
Yeah.
okay. Like that.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
But isn't the bitten apple over there? Yeah.
In the crime scene, they entered the crime scene, and at first they just observed what was out of place, and they had to document evidence.
What they've been given is a scenario of a picnic. A family had come to a park for a picnic, and they had laid down their picnic basket and their tablecloth there, and they went out to play some soccer or kickball, and when they came back they found out that all of their stuff had been disturbed. So it was up to them to try to look at what was presented to them and figure out what they could use from the scene in order to link it to a suspect.
Chewed up gum.
Very good, and the ratchet, even better. The chewed gum we want to check for DNA, but what if we find a pack of gum later and it matches the same brand? Something like that could help us lead to the suspect.
We came up with the idea of a picnic because we knew that we could leave shoe prints, we could leave soda cans, we could leave DNA, and it was a kid-friendly way to have a crime scene but still had all the aspects of a real crime scene.
Yeah, but there's only one pair of footprints. Maybe one of them just stepped into the paint.
That's exactly right. What does the footwear impressions tell us? It doesn't mean that 4 people weren't here. You just walked through here, right, near the cones. Did you see anything from you?
No.
No, because maybe you didn't step in the paint,
Oh.
right? So just because there's no evidence that someone wasn't there, doesn't mean they weren't there.
After analyzing all the evidence, it was time to reveal the perpetrator.
Okay. Suspect number 1 is Hannah. Suspect number 2 is Angela. Suspect number 3 is Aiden.
Hello.
Suspect number 4 is Christine.
What did you guys notice when you were looking at all the different hair samples? Marcella?
Like, Hannah's hair was curled and the crime scene hair was curled too.
So now we have some definite evidence. We have the hair sample, we have the shoe print, and we have the chewed gum. Anyone want to venture a guess, a conclusion as to who they think the perpetrator is? And how do you know?
It was Hannah.
First of all, the gum on the scene was Trident, and she has Trident gum on her desk. So that's one thing. Second of all, from the people down here, they say the hair sample matched up with Hannah's hair. So that's one more thing. And up at the crime scene, Hannah's shoe matched up with the shoe print on the seat.
Why'd you do it, Hannah?
We're not really sure yet. We have to conduct some interviews and figure it out. Maybe she got hungry, didn't want to wait for her own picnic, but she was a really good sport, and all evidence led to her.
I think next year we're going to expand our crime scene. And there were so many questions about DNA, so I think we're going to add a little bit more from the science perspective and maybe get a professor in, a science professor who has worked with DNA, to come in and talk to the students about how DNA is distinctive for everyone.
It shows up in most of the footprints.
All the skills that they do now, they'll be doing in the future as adults. Teamwork and gathering information and coming to a conclusion.
It was a lot of fun. That's the thing. It's great that they're learning and they're having fun at the same time.